What is going on, everybody? Coming at you with some more One Piece gameplay. Today's matchup is two decks that we haven't really seen a lot of, and that's Sakazuki and Sanji. But in our preparations for regionals, we're trying to build as many decks as we possibly can and test out against as many decks as we possibly can. Now, I really do appreciate all the support that I've been getting, so if you like the video, please like it, and then if you are enjoying the content, please subscribe to the channel. All of the support helps in my goal to provide you guys with more awesome One Piece content. So I think I like this matchup quite a bit. It's pretty fun, but we're going to start off with Sakazuki passing on turn 1, and then we're going to do a really cool combo here for Sanji with the Jinbe coming out, activating 2 Dawn for the Sanji effect, and then boom, one more Jinbe coming out, and that's a lot of bodies on board. That's a lot of aggression coming out from the Jinbe player. Not Sanji this game, it's all about Jinbe. And I don't know how Sakazuki's going to be able to weather these swings, because it's going to be 3 5k swings next turn. Now, we're going to see a swing at life from Sakazuki, and that's going to be taken every day by the Sanji player, because you definitely want to keep your hand full. So we're going to see Kobe and come down and pop one of the Jinbes, and that's completely fine because they're trading 2 cards for 1, and we're still going to be getting 2 swings at 5k at least at the Sakazuki leader. And I don't think Sakazuki is a terribly great leader, and not being able to use his effect for a while means he's going to be pretty subpar, and they're going to be pretty behind in leader effects, essentially just a 5k vanilla. So we're going to see Dawn Krieg come down here and a 5k swing from Jinbe at the Sakazuki, and they're going to go ahead and take that, and then another 5k swing from the Sanji here, and that is a lot of pressure already on the Sakazuki's board, and there isn't really anything that they can answer this Krieg with, because Kobe only targets 3 or less. They'd have to commit 3 cards to kill a Dawn Krieg here, and that's less than ideal because Krieg is only a 4-drop 6k vanilla. So if you're committing your entire hand just to deal with 1 card that's easily replaceable, it feels really bad for the Sakazuki player. So they're probably going to use their field here to swing at the Jinbe and maybe try and get some removal, or potentially just go for life here, or maybe even establish a board, because you have to get some blockers out in this matchup, otherwise you just fall way too far behind. Even with the 4 life for Sanji, because you can spit out bodies so easily and protect them with your counter cards, it's really easy. So we're going to see a Paradise Waterfall come down and restand the Jinbe, protecting him from the swing from the Kobe. Jinbe is going to be safe the rest of this turn. The only way to kill him is hard removal. So we're going to see a Great Eruption committed. That's a minus cost, and then a draw 1, and then we could potentially see another Kobe come down. I, however, do not see one in the black player's hand, so we might just see a vanilla come down, or maybe just like a 3 cost come down, or a blocker potentially, but nothing that's going to remove any of these bodies on board. And as the black player, you're going to have to be pretty frustrated that you're not able to deal with any of this board, and that's just going to spell a bit of a disaster, because at this point you're going to get tons of swings at your life. So we're going to see Sakazuki come down with a 6k swing, and that is just going to be taken by the Sanji player because they don't want to commit any of their hand to counter that out right now, mostly because the Sanji deck doesn't really want to use their character cards to counter, and they want to rely on their counter cards that they're playing. So we'll see a Garp come out. That Garp is kind of a threat because he can pop cards pretty easily in combination with everything that black has, but we'll see the Jinbe swing 4 at the Kobe, and I like swinging evens, but we're going to see a Smoker counter, and then a Krieg's going to swing 6 at 4, and then a Leader's going to swing 5, and because we had an active, we're going to go ahead and play a Dracule Mihawk here, and then we're going to reactive 2 Dawn, and we're going to pass back turn. This means that we could be playing Punk Gibson. Punk Gibson's super great in this matchup, because if you're swinging with the leader first, that means that you can Punk Gibson and just rest the Monkey D. Garp, and your board is protected, and the only way, again, they can get rid of anything is if they're going to pop it with a card like Sakazuki, Kobe, or a Meteor Volcano, or one of those style cards. So protecting your board is of the utmost importance in this situation. And I think one trap that people do fall into against Sanji is they do just swing at characters, and I think you have to just go for life, because it's a lot easier for them to protect their characters, I find, than it is for them to protect their life. So if you swing life, it forces a lot of cards out of hand. So we're going to swing the Sakazuki, and we're going to see a Punk Gibson in life, and that's going to rest the Garp. And that's pretty rough, because that Garp was going to kill something. So now we've got 5 Dawn active here for the Sakazuki side, and 4 attacks potentially on the crackback for Sanji. So we're going to go ahead and see a Borsalino played, and Borsalino's a pretty great blocker. He does a lot, but this 8k Dracula Mihawk is pretty substantial. So we're going to just kind of see what kind of plays the Sanji player is going to make here. We're going to see a Jinbe swing 4 at the Garp here, and this is to bait out the block from the Borsalino. Yes, a 2k counter comes down here from the Tashigi, but now we can swing 5 at 3, and they really cannot afford to protect this Garp, because if it does, the Borsalino does go sideways to protect that Garp, that Borsalino is just going to die to Mihawk. We're going to see 4 Dawn, 7 Dawn? No, we're going to see a swing from Krieg at 6k, and then a swing from Mihawk at 8k, and then we're going to see 7 Dawn rusted here. And they did hit a Meteor Volcano in life, though, so that's going to be a draw 2, trash 1, which is pretty beneficial for the Sakazuki player, because he is able to do a lot. And we're going to see the 7-drop Kid played for 7 cost, leaving 1 non-active, and this 7-drop Kid is super great, because this essentially means that there isn't lethal unless they reduce the cost of the Kid. But because there's a Dawn active, and we know we play Paradise Waterfall, even if they play the Sakazuki for 6 cost after minusing the Kid, then we're still going to have enough to counter out from these swings, because at most you're getting a 5k and maybe like a 6 or a 7k swing, and those are completely okay. And if you're not dealing with the board, then you're likely losing the game, because there's 3 powerful swings coming out next turn from the Sanji player, and this Mihawk is just a menace. 6-drop, 8,000 power is just so hard to deal with, especially when you're playing him for almost 4 power. It's pretty crazy how impactful this card is if it comes down on curve. And especially with a deck like Sanji, where you can play cards on curve and then just protect them fairly easily with things like Love Beam, with Pump Gibson, with Paradise Waterfall. But we're going to see a starter deck Helmet will come down, and then an Ice Age as well. And these are all going to minus down this blocker Kid, because he wants to get rid of it. And now we do see there is 6 Dawn active for a potential Sakazuki, or even a Kobe could come down. We did see a total of 7 cost minus on this Kid, which is essential. And then we're going to see a 1-cost Kobe come out. They're going to pitch Meteor Volcano. They're going to pop the Kid. And there's 5 Dawn active here. And it looks like we're going to try and go swinging at the board here. Ideally, you'd want to clear out the Krieg or the Jinbe. I think that the Mihawk is just too hard to clear out right now, because even if you get to 8k, even if you get to 10k, it's pretty easy to counter out of. So we're going to see the Sakazuki swing at life, actually. And it's going to be an overheat, and that's going to bounce the Borsalino back to hand. And Sanji's life was just absolutely crazy this game. Punk Gibson rests the Garp, an overheat to bounce the Borsalino, and now you're in a situation where you don't have enough life to play back the Borsalino. And I don't know if swinging at life was the right call there, just because of all the trigger cards that Sanji does play. And also because of the fact that now it's just going to be a guaranteed game. There's no way that you can weather all of these attacks, because Mihawk's going to be swinging base 8. You're going to have a Krieg swinging for 6, a Jinbe swinging for 5, and a Sanji swinging for 5. And you can divide up all of your Dawn, since you'll be at 10 just as much as you want. So this game is basically over for Sakazuki. There is not much that he can do from this position. Except for maybe pop a body with a Kobe, but he's going to opt to pass back turn here, and we're going to go back to the active stage, and it is Sanji's turn to shine here, because he has a lot of plays available to him. So we're going to see a Jinbe swing 5 at leader here, just because you want to go even on even, or odd on odd, just a little bit more effective. So again, we'll swing 7 here with Krieg at Sakazuki. And again, if Sakazuki does take this 7k swing, then that is just game, because we're going to see Mihawk swing the rest at life here, and that is going to be game. Sanji takes it against Sakazuki. Thanks everyone for watching, and until next time, Mati out.